kiddo. All right, so we're good. Your page 10 and my page 10 are different. I'll find it while you, what I want you to do is I want you right now to tell me what you remember so far from the book so that we can just kind of,
Like the whole thing until now?
so the first 14 pages.
Well, it started off where there was this book, or not this book, but there was this bus, and it was kind of, I guess it was a white school bus for Jefferson Davis Elementary School.
Okay,
And they ended up taking the bus and splashing these four black kids named Cassie Littleman, which his real name was Chester or something.
okay,
And then there was Christopher John and Stacy, and ended up splashing them. And so then they always had to go up onto this, it's like a hill type thing on the side of the road. And so they always go up on that to hide themselves from it, or they'll just stand up there to get away from a bus so they can't see them or something.
okay,
And one time the bus came by and they had to jump into a ditch because they have this friend named TJ, and he did a bad idea because Stacy ended up following him where they left early and they thought they saw the bus, but it was really a car. And so TJ said, why don't we just go down there, we'll be halfway to school by the time the bus comes. And so then Stacy's like, I don't really think so, and then Stacy ends up following him. And so then that bus ends up coming by and there's no hill to go on. And so they jump in the ditch where there's a whole bunch of mud there. And so the little man's like really, really, I guess, cautious about getting dirt and stuff because he like he's a clean freak kind of.
okay,
And so then he ends up getting covered in dirt from waist below. So that's like how deep the mud was. And so he gets really mad, so he picks up a bunch of mud and throws it at the bus, but the bus keeps going. And so it was either that day or 2 days or something like that, but they ended up doing this plan where Stacy told him to go into the shed during lunch, and Christopher John was having a rough time with that because he didn't want to miss lunch. And so then they ended up grabbing shovels for everyone and 2 buckets. Well, they dug this huge hole, and it was like this size. And then it ended up, because rain came down more, so it ended up getting like 12 more feet bigger. And the bus got stuck as they were coming back, because that was their plan, and it ended up happening. And the engine got ruined, and an axle broke. And so all the white kids had to go home because the bus couldn't drive anymore.
okay.
And so then I guess now we're at the part where I'm guessing that they're getting in trouble.
Okay, so your prediction was that
Yeah.
the boys are gonna get
And
into trouble.
Big Ma, I think it was, had a rifle,
Ooh,
and she went in Cassie's room, I'm guessing, and she sat down, and she had a rifle, and she covered the windows and stuff. And so she was thinking that her mom had a rifle too or something, that she was gonna, I think that they were gonna shoot the people who were gonna come there.
okay, and how does this connect to what you know about social studies from this time? Do you remember what had happened prior to this?
Slavery.
Right,
So they're sharecroppers kind of, but except for these aren't sharecroppers because they already had land.
right, they own land, but there's not good relations between,
Mhm.
right, between the black community and the white community,
Yeah.
right? Okay,